first thing, this is just the latest example that coaching is huge in the NFL.
Yes.
Right? You get the right guy or the wrong guy, and it matters more than the NBA, more than Major League Baseball. This sport, coaching is huge. And, I mean, they won 4 games last year. 4 games last year. And I know there's obviously been some roster turnover, but I think they had the 11th most roster turnover. So, by Knicks math, that's average, so a league average. So, I think that's number one. Andy Reid. Chiefs go from 2 wins to 11 in his first year. Sean McDermott, Bills didn't make the playoffs for 17 years, make it in his first year. So coaching matters. That's number one. And what that good coaching leads to, 2 things, defense. So you saw the defense 22nd last year, I believe, in the league in scoring defense. Now they're in the top 5. And so that is one sign of it. Offense has improved greatly too. But also the culture that a coach establishes. He was talking about a program in that clip. And by culture, I mean the mentality, the maturity.
Well, I love all this.
For a team with a second-year quarterback that is, I think they're actually the 11th youngest team in the league. That's not that huge.
Average.
But they're a relatively young team. Haven't had success. Most of these guys have had no success with the Patriots. Most of them. To have a team like that locked in, where we just saw Buffalo have a letdown. We've seen great teams. The Eagles lost to the Giants, blown out. Like, the greatest
Divisional
teams can have
game like
letdowns. And they coming off 6, 7 straight wins to not have a letdown. And you look through the wins. They had 4 games against teams 6 games when they won against teams 500 or worse. They've beaten those teams by an average of 14 points. So they are blowing out the tomato cans or mediocre teams in the league for the most part. And then they face 2 tough teams, Buffalo and Tampa Bay. They won by an average of like 4 points. But so they are beating the mediocre teams the way you should, and then playing well against the top team. So I just think he's really established a great culture there. And I'll say this lastly about Drake Maye.
You can keep going. I think you're doing a great
Well, here's what I'll say about Maye. For this year, you can crown him, right? He's in the MVP race.
Yes.
He's second on my ballot for MVP, all that. And we'll see what happens. If Stafford has a letdown, he could be number 1. I just would say I'm not ready to crown him overall, though.
I think I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking
MVP?
at what we saw.
No,
like he's legit for the rest.
That he is a perennial top 10 quarterback in this league, and he's going to flirt with that top 5 as much as anybody can.
That part's fluid.
No, but I mean, I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think.
Well, I'm going to let this clip play, but saying, he will be perennially a top 10 quarterback. Oh, you think? He's going to be consistently in the top 5 conversation here. Consistently. Okay? Saying top 10 is not really saying. People say that Baker Mayfield is in the top 10. Dak Prescott is in the top 10. We have those conversations. Is he 11 or is he 12? Is he 9? Is he 8? That's not saying much. Drake Maye is him. Drake Maye is elite. Drake Maye is special. That's what a real crown looks like.
I would think he's going to be that. I love everything I see. And I get why y'all bring up Jaden Daniels. Yeah. Jaden was, to your point, slight. And he had a lot of running, and his numbers weren't huge, So you could say, we got to see more from him. But CJ, I was looking at Drake, I was like, I don't see anything that makes me think he won't continue to be great. I didn't see anything in CJ either, though. Offensive line wasn't that great.
Doesn't it feel
They made their offensive line worse on purpose somehow.
But doesn't it feel sturdier if a guy does it in year 2 versus a rookie? Because he already dealt with some growing pains, he's had some struggles.
His first year was weird anyway because,
Who's the his we're talking about?
Drake.
Yes.
Because
Mayo was a mess.
I like him like you do, but I'm just not totally ready to
two musical segments.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I want you to go if it's going to be complimentary.
Well, the open to the show, grinded my gears a bit. You acting.
That was Colin. That was your idol saying that.
No,
Just
no.
parroting.
Listen.
Oh my.
Colin occasionally wakes up in the morning, he's like, I thought of an amazing take, and he does it. And because of the way his brain works, he doesn't realize he did this take in August. Like I've already been inculcated from or immunized from the pain of hearing Colin say the Chiefs dynasty is over, because we had that whole argument with him 3 months ago. So let's set aside whether or not the Patriots have now surpassed the Chiefs as the team of the 2020s.
Sure, we'll table that.
Let's call that, you know what I mean?
Till they win a
morning
playoff
after
game.
bliss.
How about that?
I FaceTimed you yesterday after the Drake Maye push pass, and I think it's the first ever time that I have FaceTimed you, and it's not to either mock you, record you for social media,
I'm like combing my hair.
or bask in my own team's glory, because he's that guy. If you were to ask me, hey, every quarterback younger than Lamar, so Lamar, Josh, Patrick's generation, doesn't count. Right. Every quarterback younger than Lamar, you can have any one of them moving forward. He's the guy I'd pick.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I know for you that's obvious, but so a lot of people would say Jaden. Danny would say Herbert. Some would say Caleb. Like, there's people that have different opinions. I'm saying I would say Drake Maye.
Okay.
That's long term. For this moment this year, and this is the part that I think you're going to like the most, they are going to be the 1 seed in the AFC, I believe. But that's, conjecture, obviously. What I know is, for me, I will pick them to win any AFC playoff game they play, except for against the Chiefs.
Yeah, and then we'll slip into propaganda. There's no reason to believe that the New England Patriots couldn't beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's just get that out of the way. There's no caveat with this team and with Drake Maye. First off, Jaden Daniels was elite in year 1, and he was going to be elite in year 2. He got injured, and their roster got decimated with injuries. Those things matter. CJ Stroud has interesting coaching at best and has an absolute awful O-line. You need to be protected. Like, there's justifiable reasons why we're seeing the not the same level of production. Coaching and roster matters. What do the Patriots have? Elite coaching? An elite ability to build elite rosters? Okay, great, no problems. What did Patrick Mahomes look like when he doesn't have the pieces around him? Doesn't look like Patrick Mahomes. What does Patrick Mahomes look like when he's not protected a lot? Doesn't look like Patrick Mahomes. What do you think Patrick Mahomes would look like if he got Andy Reid 1 year and then John Smith another year, and then that John Smith gets fired in the middle of the year, and now bring in Billy Bob for year 3? Like, it'd be a mess. It would be frustrating. It would be annoying. That's not what the Patriots have. That's not what the Patriots have at all. And Josh McDaniels is probably going to be the coordinator for years. For years. I don't know where he's going off to be a head coach anytime soon. Vrabel's obviously not going anywhere. So now you have experienced head coaching, experienced offensive coordinating at the highest levels. You know you're going to be able to build a great roster. You have an awesome quarterback. So there's no concerns. There's no concerns in that regard. Football is about, like Brew went on the whole thing about, the importance of coaching and this, and it's true, but it's just funny because it's counter to what Colin said, which made my brain break, because he was just talking about how it's all about the quarterback and not that much of coaching, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about right now. And that video is actually posting tomorrow. It's a separate video now, because it was just so ridiculous. But that's what makes the Patriots so great right now. There's no box that they can't check. They got everything they need. They have the defensive coach. They have the offensive coach. They have the culture. They have the players. Doesn't mean that they're going to win a Super Bowl this year and just, dominate right now. But there's no fear that this can't continue. There's no fear of like, yeah, but what will Jake? Who will the Patriots hire for Drake offensively next year once Josh Lee? Like there's no fear of that right now. There's no concerns about that. Oh, but are they going to do a good enough job of building a no line? Yeah, if they realize, hey, that's what we need to work on, then that's what they're going to do. The Patriots have proven themselves to be able to build a team that they need to build. They're going to make the decisions that they need to make. It's a very well-run organization, obviously. They know what they're doing. This isn't a situation where now Drake Maye is having some success and Josh McDaniels is there, but you still got Maye. You still got another coach where you're kind of like, I don't know. Like, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. And there's no reason to be like, they could beat every team in the AFC except for the Kansas City Chiefs. Why? 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 Give me an actual, logical, grounded reason why. Not something that's rooted in bias and fandom. Just give me one reason. Give me one reason. Can't be roster. Can't be coaching. Can't be quarterback. What is it? The Jags beat the Chiefs. The Eagles beat the Chiefs. The Bills beat the Chiefs. Tell me, what is it? I want to know. Why is it that the Patriots can't beat the Chiefs? In what world is that accurate? Doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Zero sense. And no one in their right mind would actually have that take. Kansas City Chiefs fans will have that take. That's fine. You're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. But it's a bizarre take. And it's fundamentally wrong, flawed, and illogical. So I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm really not. Because it's a waste of time. Why? But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the New England Patriots? Do you think we're crowning Drake Maye too soon? Do you think there's concerns about what the future may lie for him? Do you think the Patriots can beat anyone except for the Kansas City Chiefs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so that you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.